the real logical answer. Cut down overspending, spending too much. Do you think holidays are important? Yes. Why? Because you need to get away for a while after a very hard year's work. But pay only until you can afford it, of course. Is shopping a social issue today? Why? When and why do people shop? I wrote capitalism as a problem, but maybe I couldn't think of anything more intelligent, but I'm sure you can, and you can find more problems to go with this kind of topic. What is happening with young people today? Frustration, apathy, low self-esteem. Do you think violence is a social problem? Why? Frustration, apathy, etc. So we have gone from the topics to the questions to the problems. Of course, I am trying to guide you. You are not going to do it for your students. You're going to try and facilitate their transit, their walking from here in Spanish to here in English, to be able to say more or less the same things and be engaged in interesting communication. And the while and post. While is the comprehension step, and teacher has to check understanding. Probably the teachers will verify the answers to the focus questions with evidence about the text, and they will give extra activities to make sure that students understood. A couple of activities to practice keywords and expressions are called for here, connected with critical thinking, of course. Post, it's more activities of practice and production where students will use the new language and the information to interact meaningfully. Now, when we talk about activities and critical thinking, what kind of activities are we talking about? Repeat? Well, maybe not. Let's look at some. When we talk about high-order thinking skills, we think about analysis, for example, which would be a question for the post step. We talk about comparisons. We talk about inference. Inference can be used in pre, in while, in post. Evaluation or assessment. These four skills are also, thank you, activities. So we can really use these activities to develop the same thinking skills. And we're talking about high order. So in fact, we are teaching our students how to walk from not thinking very much to thinking a lot more and critically. These, of course, are not the only ones. There are a lot more, and it's important for you to know that you can connect each high thinking skill with the activity. Look at this. We have thinking activities or operations. So we're talking of classifying, generalizing, comparing, hypothesizing, identifying relevant information, making analogies, problem solving. These are all thinking possibilities for the students. We don't want them to learn vocabulary by heart. We don't want them to repeat and vomit words that have no meaning. We want them to use language, English in this case, to communicate significantly, to make a difference. The same, we hope, they do in their native language. Now, if they don't do it in Spanish, well, then thanks to you, they're going to be doing it in Spanish and in English. So the contribution of the English teacher to this group of students is going to be extremely significant. To close now, and a surprise for you, there's no such thing as English teaching. So why are you teachers of English? Well, because if you look at the second point, what you are trying to do is have the students move from talking about their knowledge, their information, and or their experiences in Spanish in English. So they move from whatever they know about in a certain topic with the words and the expressions into English. So our mission, the mission of teachers, is to be a facilitator who's going to give the students the instruments, the chunks and the structures, the knowledge and the strategies to make the move. What do I mean by giving the students the way to move? Well, chunks, you know, are pieces of language that go together. If I say, "Hi kids, how are you today?" that's a chunk. And it's something that comes automatically to me. I don't have to think about it. And if I have to say it in Spanish, "Hola, ¿cómo amanecieron?" "Hi, how are you today?" It's automatic, and I can say it in both languages. I don't have to think about it, I just say it. This is what we want our students to be able to do, to come up with chunks that are going to be made up of structures or words put together because they are used in certain functions. And that or those functions go in that specific topic or in that text that you are reading or that you're listening to. So the teacher not only gives the chunks, the structures, but the knowledge, in this case, the information that the students need if they need more, and the strategies, cognitive. When I say the strategies, I say that they are going to be in their heads, analyzing, comparing, synthesizing, classifying, and it doesn't make any difference whether they do it in English or in Spanish, they're going to be using cognitive skills. If they have the necessary chunks and expressions, they will be able to go from Spanish to English in a way that is not going to cause any kind of trauma. And finally, it is the professional attitude for a teacher to always be at least one step ahead of the text and of her students. You cannot be preparing your lesson at the same time as you're teaching that lesson to your students. That is not professional. And of course, you will have to use a lot of Spanish, you will have to use a lot of grammar, because you're filling in a gap that should have been filled in previously by your planning. So the idea is that you know about the topic, give it some thought, and organize your steps in such a way that they are going to make the students connect, click. If the students click in the first 5 minutes of your lesson, you've had it. They're going to be there with you for the whole period. If you don't make them click, if you don't make your entrance, your introduction memorable, they're not going to be interested. Therefore, they're going to really turn themselves out of that lesson. They're not going to be there in spirit. And one thing that I found very interesting is what William James said. Too many people think that they are thinking when all they are doing is rearranging their prejudices. I'm not saying that teachers are prejudiced. I'm only saying that we have to start using our gray cells to come up with more interesting ways of making our students connect in the classroom. Thank you very much, and that's all for now.